What is up everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we are going to be talking about Ansu Fati and his most recent fitness updates, and then we're going to be moving on towards Demir, who as of now is considered as one of the best and youngest talent Barcelona do have within their squad. And then lastly we are going to be talking about the case of Ilaix Moriba. So we are going to be revolving around three different players: Ansu, Yusuf Demir and Ilaix Moriba. It's going to be a very interesting video. There are so many brand new details, but let's first start with Ansu Fati, because today we did find out that Ansu Fati took part of today's training session with the group. So he was with players like Riqui Puig, Gavi, Serginho Dest, Yusuf Demir. He was very present in that training session, and it's amazing to watch that Ansu Fati is finally back. You can see the pictures here. He's enjoying himself. He's working hard. There's positive vibes. Everyone is smiling, and you can really tell that us Barcelona fans and maybe even the player himself, Ansu Fati, really does miss being with the players during the training sessions, because Ansu Fati was working by himself, trying to recover from that knee injury. It has been a very long process, but now we are here. We are finally seeing Ansu Fati train with the players. There has been already reports coming out in the past few hours that there is no knee problems that he is going through and that he is in a good rhythm. The number one goal right now is for Ansu Fati to be match fit, which is the most important thing to take care of in his fitness. And as expected, today we have heard that Ansu Fati will not be in that game against Getafe, and it says here, according to Ferran Martinez, that there is no rush in Ansu Fati's return. He won't be available for the game against Getafe, but it is assured that he could be ready to play against Sevilla after the international break is over. So yes, it's true that Ansu Fati could actually participate in that match against Getafe, but he will not be match fit, and that is very, very important. Now here is the one thing that I do want to discuss, like what we did discuss in the previous video. Even if we do hear that Ansu Fati ends up being match fit for that game against Sevilla, do we really think that is going to be the best idea to place Ansu Fati in that match? Because look, this game against Sevilla, it's going to be a very important game. Sevilla is not going to be easy. We know how Sevilla is going to come against Barcelona, and do we really want to place Ansu Fati in those tense moments? And one of the worst things that we could do, it is going to be that the club and the fans expect Ansu Fati to actually deliver against Sevilla. That is the last thing we should be doing, because at the end of the day, Ansu has not played a single competitive match since last year on October 2020. So to be very honest, we do not know, and I do not know, and I do not even think Koeman knows whether they should place Ansu Fati in that game against Sevilla. It's really going to depend on the player himself, whether he does feel like he is ready. But we are getting very close to finally seeing Ansu Fati back on the pitch. Now I do want to move on towards the next topic of today, and we are going to be talking about Yusuf Demir, the second player who is again considered as one of the best young talented players in Barcelona as of today. And we do have another great piece of news to talk about. So just for the sake of some background, I do want to give you guys some context in order for you guys to understand just how good the situation is for Yusuf Demir. So Demir did join Barcelona back on July 2021. The whole idea was that Barcelona were going to place Yusuf Demir on a season-long loan at the B team, and by the end of this season, Barcelona would have the opportunity to pay the club that loaned Yusuf Demir 10 million euros if Barcelona are impressed with Yusuf Demir and they do want to maintain him for the rest of his career. And the only reason why Barcelona made the decision to bring Yusuf Demir in the first place, it is because they have followed this player for the past 8 to 9 months. So Barcelona were greatly studying Yusuf Demir and what Demir has been doing in the past month, seeing how he played in the preseason and what he has done in the league so far. He has greatly impressed. The way that he protects the ball, the way that he builds with other players around him, the fact that he is so progressive as a right winger, his decision making is top notch, the way that he works himself out of tight spaces, and especially when you see that he wants to be greatly involved in the attacking third area. All of these traits that Yusuf Demir does possess, you can see and you can get a sense that he can actually evolve himself into a attacking midfielder. Yes, we do see him as a right winger, but he does have all of the quality and characteristics of an attacking midfielder, and you can really see that he enjoys covering all of the final third area. He likes to go on the left wing, the right wing, the center of the pitch, which is the most dangerous position. Yusuf Demir going into the center of the pitch, that is where he does function the best. All of these characteristics that I have just named and what he is good at, this is the reason why he is so wanted at Barcelona. And now we do have here, according to Jared Romero, Barcelona has already decided that they will pay 10 million euros, which is the purchase option, in order for them to have the Austrian. They do have clear arguments on why they want to make this move. It is because of his performance, his progression as a player, and the future that they do see with this player, which is very true. Demir can actually grow to be one hell of a player in about 2 or 3 years. But here is going to be the one concern that I do have regarding Yusuf Demir and this season specifically, right? Let's just talk about this season. Here is going to be be my concern. We have seen Yusuf Demir have a great preseason. A preseason that showed that Yusuf Demir is more than ready to get a good amount of minutes in the first team. You and me know that. But we saw all of this, right? Yusuf Demir has done all of this in the preseason only for him to play about 25 minutes in the league season so far within a span of 2 matches. Because look, in the match against Real Sociedad, he had no minutes. And in that game, Barcelona really did need a player that is capable to hold the ball in our attacking line. Someone who can maintain possession in order for Barcelona to become more stabilized. And then you look at that match against Athletic Club, Barcelona had so much trouble producing opportunities in order to score a goal. And what would be a solution towards that? It would be for a player to come in and for that player to be very creative and also being able to take down players. Yusuf Demir could have been that player. He should have came in way earlier than expected because he is the player that can actually get you forward. He is the player that can create opportunities for the players around him. But why place Yusuf Demir on the 62nd minute? Those are my biggest questions and my biggest concerns, is those small little details, and is the reason why I am not so confident on Ronald Koeman and his decision making. Because I do have a great feeling that once we are 3 months into the season and we do see players like Dembele and Ansu Fati finally return, then what's going to happen? What? Like, are you going to use Griezmann on the right wing instead of Yusuf Demir only because Griezmann is 29 years old and he is a World Cup winner? Is that going to be the reason why? Or are you going to place Yusuf Demir because he actually does improve Barcelona moving forward? Do you want results or do you want names? Those are my biggest questions. But we will see, right? We'll see how all of this does evolve. I do believe that we are going to be seeing a similar case like Pedri from last season, where Koeman did say towards Pedri that he should go out on loan, find a different club, and then come back as a better player, but only to find out that Pedri took advantage of the time that Coutinho was out, and now we are here sitting today that Koeman cannot resist not playing Pedri on the pitch, and now he is playing in every minute of every match. And now I do want to speak on Ilaix Moriba, and this is only going to be taking about 30 seconds to a minute. We're going to briefly talk about the Moriba case, but we're not actually going to be focusing on Moriba himself. What we are actually going to be paying attention towards too is the case between Leipzig and Bayern Munich and Sabitzer. Leipzig, Bayern Munich, and Sabitzer. Sabitzer, Bayern, and Leipzig. Why is this very important? It is because they need to make a deal, right? Sabitzer needs to go to Bayern Munich in order for Leipzig to have some funds in order to afford Ilaix Moriba. So what is the latest, right? So it says here, according to a very reliable source in Germany, Bayern have a verbal agreement with Sabitzer. Now it is in the decision of Bayern Munich on whether they should be making an offer or not. Leipzig are waiting and want around 15 million euros, but currently there is no movement. Bayern can actually still manage to afford 15 million euros for Sabitzer, but the club is currently asking questions whether it makes sense to actually sign the Austrian. And that is it, right? Bayern Munich is currently studying this case. We only have about 7 days left within this transfer window, so the clock is running. But the moment that Bayern actually offer 15 million euros towards Leipzig, Leipzig would finally be funded. They would have the money and be able to afford a player like Ilaix Moriba. And Moriba will be moving away from FC Barcelona. Now, where does Barcelona stand at the moment? Well, it says here, according to Sport, that Barcelona will not let Ilaix leave for less than 20 million euros. Barcelona is still waiting for Leipzig to raise their offer for Ilaix, since the last bid that Leipzig have made was 8 million euros, which Barcelona did see as a ridiculous bid. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.